Deceptive is a popcorn movie. It's a popcorn movie for the fellas and the gals. And basically, it's an urban love triangle that deals with the record industry and what it's like to get caught up in a love triangle. So, my character is Vanessa. I am the wife of James. And I just want to sing, but he goes off and he signs Chris Trina, and that's played by Mia Pace. And he pretty much backstabs everyone around him, from myself to Benny, which is his right-hand man, and that's played by Jazz Anderson. Well, I was raised in South Carolina and Colorado. Being raised in Colorado was a really interesting experience, and then being a Southern girl as well. And I just always grew up with a love for the arts. And my family wasn't that excited about it, but they had to learn to love it when I started banding on the piano. Wow, well, I didn't originally ever desire to be a filmmaker. I always wrote stories and things. I moved to New York actually to do off-Broadway plays. But what happened was I just got the bug from being a reporter and being behind the scenes with the newsroom. And then I did my first indie film, and I said, you know something? You should apply those newsroom experiences to writing a short film. And the short film did well. It actually went to the Short Film Corner in Cannes in 2005. And that's how Deceptive developed a year later. Wow, well basically I started with the short. It was on a couple of festivals and then it went to Cannes. But there's different tiers to Cannes. There's the festival and then there's the market. Deceptive actually was for sale at the market, and we had a screening there at the March I Do film this past year in May 2010. A film festival can make a film. I wouldn't say break a film, but it can make a film. But one of the things I'll advise filmmakers is, when you're writing a script, have a target film festival market. And then some films are just not designed for the film festival circuit. Some films are designed for the mainstream. If you look at a lot of the Hollywood films to date, many of them have never been to a festival. But when you're on the level of the indie film, sometimes we think that the film festival route is the best way to go. But take a look at your project and decide if that's going to be the best route for you. That's my advice for filmmakers. Okay. Alright, well, originally I did want to go the straight to DVD route. I was so excited to make the film in 12 days and hurry up and get Yeah, yes, exactly. That was the original route. When I made the movie, I made it not for film festivals, not for anything but straight to DVD. But all the filmmakers in the world and all the people who are watching this understand that everything happens for a reason if you believe. Because I was waiting on the checks, I had everything lined up, but post-production was so hard. There was not a budget for the editing for long periods, color correction, sound, let alone the music. So a movie that was supposed to be finished within 3 months actually took like literally 3.5 years. And so, because of the economy drop and all the other things in the world, I went back to the DVD company and they said risk. Okay, and then by then I had other filmmakers who had movies with big celebrities, and there was a risk that was involved. So I said, you know something? I have really great actors, a really great director, and I want to protect the lifespan of our art. I've spent all this time making a great picture, so we might as well go to the theater. But again, this is a long process. I wanted to four-wall the movie. That's when you pay to put a movie up somewhere, and the art houses said no. So what do you do when an art house or you're paying to show your movie and they say no? But the responses were, Angelique, you've got a great movie and you need to apply this picture towards the AMCs or some of the big theater chains. So I had to learn the language, and I would call them on the phone and they would say, hang up on me, it was really ugly. But finally, I spoke to a VP of a major chain. He listened. And what he liked was the fact that not only was I the writer, but I was the actress, writer, and executive producer, and also in the film. So that was something that they wanted to brand. So that's how I was able to pick up the movie to major theater chains, because people liked the vision and they saw the future of where I'm looking to go with my filmmaking. But it was a lot of begging, a lot of crying. It was a lot of work to get to this point. Wow, I would never do it again. I don't care if I had millions of dollars, okay. I would never be able to do it again. First of all, we had the boom guys falling asleep on the set. We had our assistant director snoring. We were in the middle of a not a rainstorm, I'm sorry, it's raining today, a snowstorm, and my director, Roderick Giles, said, okay, we really still have to shoot. I was in the middle of organizing my home, and I had to tell everybody, listen, we have to shoot here, so we had to go and buy props, everything to get my house in order. So let's just say that a 12-day shoot, it doesn't look like it, no one can believe it, but I must say, every artist, you know, no matter how big or small that you are, you know, take your time when you're doing your work, and because you don't want everybody falling asleep, you know, crankiness, snoring, you know, it was hilarious. Sheik and I were doing some scenes, and in the middle of the scene with Sheik Mahmoud Bey, who hopefully you guys know, he's been in a lot of movies, our boom guy, we're all into it, we're in the passion of the scene, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my gosh. So, you know, I must say, we were on a union production, so that's the only way we were able to get away with that. It was a blank emotion. Most importantly was I wanted to make sure everyone was happy, specifically my actors, because, you know, I want to thank Sheik Mahmoud Bey for being in the film. I want to thank Jazz Anderson and, of course, Mia Pace. She actually was found the day before we were shooting the film because we had 2 other people who had emergencies. So most importantly, I wanted my actors to feel proud, but I'll be honest with you, it was amazing to see the reactions, and I just love the fact that I like talking during a movie, and I'm one of the people that you would tell me to shut up. You know, I talk during a movie, then I talk about camera shots, and then I'm asking questions. So when I saw people strategically picking what they were going to say to talk to the screen, and we were going back and forth, it really was an awesome experience. And what even made me feel better was when Edward Chisholm, who's been my mentor, and he actually wrote an off-Broadway play for me, was really happy. That was the first time he saw the film, and Roderick Giles, the director, saw the experience. He was happy, and most importantly, my actors, they were very proud of being in the movie, and that's really what it's about. It's about being able to put your work to rest, but remembering that films live forever. So it was all, like, I don't have any words besides the fact that people were talking at the screen, and I haven't seen that in a long time. Well, I feel it's a blessing because one of the things that I take pride in is being a Renaissance lady. I was raised by my grandparents and my mother. My mother had me at 15 and a half, and I was blessed that my grandparents were able to participate in my life. So I look at it as a blessing, but I find that in the year 2010, many people are like, you better do one or the other, but for me, I'm proactive, and I did a lot of things with the movies, specifically the scoring, but it really wasn't because I just had to do it, it was because of the budget, you know, and I have a background in classical piano playing, and I just wanted to get my movie out there, so when it came time to have to get everything done, you know, that's something that I had to bring back. My old days of just learning to be a Renaissance person, because my grandparents were born in the 30s, so you can imagine that that's one of the reasons why I work hard and do the things that I do. Wow, get them started early. You know what's amazing is this summer I actually worked with a few children out in Long Island that I was amazed. They can edit, they can shoot, they can do so many things, and what I was happy about was that the parents were proactive. You know, the parents literally made a point to teach them how to get the Final Cut Pro or put them in a class, you know, but I understand that we all don't have the funds, you know, or the resources to pay for Final Cut Pros or editing, but there are a lot of after-school programs that help children with the arts, and I even have a friend that does pickup. So I would say for parents, you know, no matter how much money you have, to do your research to find out where children can get that outlet. My little cousin is actually going to the Governor's School for the Fine Arts in South Carolina for writing. So there's always an outlet, and you know, my Aunt Megan and my grandfather, and obviously her mother, helped her just get ready so that she could prepare, and now she's off to school like a college camp. We miss her, but that was the best thing for her since she really had a passion. And you know, I just want to say that the red carpet experience was awesome, and You know, I really appreciate Mr. Rafael Blanco for his help with the PR on Deceptive. He did an awesome job, and he's doing a great job to see this movie to light. If you want to find out more about Deceptive, you can go to deceptivethemovie.com. I'm on Facebook, Angelique Monet, and I'm the writer, I'm the executive producer, and I'm also the leading actress in the film. And I'm looking forward to participating in more films, and I'm chilling with Rolling Out magazine.